The home opener is tonight. The Lake Orion Dragons welcome in the Cougars from Stoney Creek High School. We've got it all for you here on Orion Neighborhood Television and the NFHS streaming service. Pre-game is underwritten by Sarah Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Lake Orion, part of the Sarah Automotive family, offering sales, service on all makes, and a state-of-the-art body and collision center located at 3800 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Or give them a call at 248-393-2222. Good evening, everyone. I'm Doug Corliss, joined on the sideline for more years than we can count by Chris Frisching. It is the home opener. Last week, the Dragons had a tough loss against Northville. This is week 2. We've talked about it for years. It's the big leap. You make your adjustments. What do you expect to see tonight?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, all losses are tough, especially the way they lost to Northville last week. They missed an extra point with 47 seconds to go in the game. They get the onside kick. The team that has the ball last usually wins a game like that, and they weren't able to come out on top. They came up short with an interception at the end. But you know what? This week's got to be about week 2 adjustments like you talked about, but it's got to come from the offensive production. They were held to 199 total yards last week. When it's all said and done, only 24 yards passing. So there's got to be a little bit more balance. There's got to be a little more focus. There's got to be a lot more production and efficiency on the offensive side of the football. More ball control. They only had the ball for just over 18 minutes total time of possession the whole game. So they've got to find a way to control the ball and move the ball down the field a little bit more better. That's what the doctor ordered. Hopefully Coach Bell and the Dragons have ordered that as well.
Stoney Creek comes in, a familiar face leading the program with former defensive coordinator Rick Powell. They're a young team, but they're good on both sides of the ball and have a really good quarterback.
Yeah, they beat Warren Cousino 42-28 last week. Coach Powell's alma mater, where he went to high school and such, and so. And Coach Powell, obviously, because he's been here for those 5 years before, he knows his staff really well. He knows these kids. He knows the scheme offensively and defensively. So that's obviously to his advantage. But now you got to take it and put it into the kids' minds and their heads, and they've got to be the ones that ultimately produce. And so they're both good in the trenches. Both teams are good in the trenches. That's what makes a game like tonight real fun. It's going to be physical, It's going to be fast, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
In the OAA Red, Lake Orion was the only team of the 4 schools in the Red to suffer a loss last week, and the other 3 teams, Clarkston, West Bloomfield, Oxford, they won big. We always say this division's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight from week 2 all the way through week 9.
It is, and that's what we like to see. We've always talked about the Red being one of the best conferences in the state, and so. But that's what makes these games so important. That's what makes every single game in the game of football so important. There's only one a week, and you've got to build up, and you've got to learn from your mistakes the week prior, and the team that makes the fewest mistakes more times than not is going to be the one that comes out on top.
It's a time-worn phrase, but it should be a good one. Lake Orion and Stoney Creek. Stay with us. Pre-game was underwritten by Sarah Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Lake Orion, part of the Sarah Automotive family, offering new car sales, used car sales, parts and service on all makes, and a state-of-the-art service and repair shop. Located at 3800 South Lapeer Road. Give them a call at 248-393-2222.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and shout during games.
But we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win, but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you for coming to our games and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
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 Just before kickoff, the Lake Orion Dragons and the Stoney Creek Cougars opening night at Dragon Stadium. Glad you're with us. The Lake Orion Marching Band out on the field. And Chris, this is all part of football in Lake Orion.
It's all part of football in a lot of places too, which is really neat. Again, Friday night lights, the pomp and circumstance of the band, the cheerleaders, you name it. It's a combination of a lot of things, and that it's all the pregame hype that you drive in and you got the grills going and the tailgating and all that cool stuff. And any moment now, the Dragons are going to be coming out of their tunnel and heading out of the field.
And there they are. The Dragons take the field. Head coach Chris Bell, talked to him before the game, and he said, look, we knew, that these kids were going to be nervous and tight coming into the game last week. He says, they got that all out of their system now. He expects a much different team to show up tonight. And I have to give a shout out to the dance team moms. I parked my car next to where they set their tailgate on, and they assured me they're going to take good care of my car. And believe me, just getting to this stadium these days is a challenge, because where there isn't construction or road closures, it's backed up for miles. As we mentioned in pregame, Stoney Creek, coached by Rick Powell, his dad's the offensive coordinator. They know Lake Orion, and like you and I were talking about in pregame, it's hard to get a read on them. We were unable to see their game. We know that they beat Cousino, but it's a hard team to read.
It is. I talked to Coach Powell just briefly before the game. He says, it's weird coming here to Dragon Stadium and being on the other side of the field over there.
Yeah, you have to look into the sun on that other side of the field.
Yes, you do.
We are going to pause while the Lake Orion Marching Band, Director of Bands Michael Steele, leads the band in our national anthem.
Michael Steele as he leads the Dragon Marching Band in the Star-Spangled Banner. The forecast for tonight's game includes mostly clear skies and 0% chance of rain. Humidity level precisely 53%.
Our officials for tonight's game, the referee is Joe Hamblin. DeQuinn Thomas is the umpire. Troy Bolu is the down judge. John Mooney is the line judge. Robert Geis is the back judge. Pat Muscat is the field judge, and Caprice Mustafa is the side judge. This is a crew that works primarily southern Oakland County. They do work the OAA. We've had them here before, and we welcome them in tonight. Something always special about the home opener.
Well, the kids just started school this Tuesday, you know.
Yeah.
So that's part of the acclimation process too. It's you've got 17 days of practice before your first regular season game, and then by the way, you Labor Day weekend, and you start school on Tuesday, and getting back into the swing of things there can sometimes have an effect on a team coming into their game. Their second game in this case.
Lake Orion will receive Dylan Wagner and Owen Fisher back deep. And number 18, Charlie Felton, will kick off for the Cougars. Oh, Nolan Welch is kicking off. I'm sorry. Roger Smith has good spotters over there in the PA booth. Referee blows his whistle, and we're underway in the home opener. High short kick, fair catch called for, and taken on the 21-yard line by Nick France. And that was a good heads-up play to see the short kick, call for the fair catch.
Yeah, you're kicking from north to south in the game today. We got a strong wind coming from south to north, so that's, I think, one of the reasons why it was pooched up high. And yeah, like you said, good adjustment and good decision to call for that fair catch.
The wind is probably going to be a factor tonight. Right now, the flag is blowing straight out. Wind's coming west to east. Anderson Adams at quarterback. Handoff up the middle. James Bambard on the carry. He gets about 2 to just shy of the 25, and it'll be second down.
Ian Genslinger with a tackle for the Cougars. Bambard had a nice game last week on the ground. 17 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown for the Dragons.
Yeah, he came on as a force in that second half. So 2nd and 8, we'll call it, from the 24. 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends for the Dragons. Now motion this side. Bambard again runs into number 57, Rourke Stevens. After a gain of they're calling it no gain or maybe a half a yard. The down marker is right on the 25-yard line. They're giving him a gain of 1, so it'll be 3rd and 7, just underway tonight. Max Nearing split out this side. Brody Thompson split wide right. And Lake Orion's going to take a timeout. While we have a timeout, our first quarter sponsors it's underwritten by Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area. Proud supporters of Orion Neighborhood Television since 2009. For more information, visit jetspizza.com. Also, it's underwritten by Orion Oaks Dental, where the #1 priority is to deliver quality care to their patients in a customary, comfortable, and convenient setting. Located at 400 West Clarkston Road in Lake Orion, visit their website at orionoaksdental.com or give them a call at 248-693-4422. 3rd down and 7. trips to the right, single wide left. Bambard lone back in the backfield. He shifts to Adams left. Adams back, looking, throwing, caught. Complete to Max Nearing, about the 45. He goes for another couple before he's brought down by number 6, Jake Lancey.
Nolan Welch is the one who fell down as he's backpedaling. That created the separation that he needed to get that ball, catch that ball for the first down.
Twins right, single wide left. Adams. Thrown, caught, and immediately brought down by Jake Lancey. Complete to number 9, Ben Lako. And Lancey wasn't fooled by that at all.
Well, it's a tough ball, too, because you're looking into the sun to catch a thing. I mean, in that situation, maybe it would have better if it was dropped for an incompletion. But, yeah, nice job disrupting the block on the perimeter there and getting in there for the loss of 5 on the play.
So it's 2nd and 15 from the 42. 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends. Adams on the fake, looks, throws, caught. Ryan Rochelo, first down and more. Inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Good catch and run by Rochelo.
Nice rollout by Adams there. Play action. Rochelo crosses the field. They're wide open. It's these short passes, crossing routes like that can help establish the confidence in your quarterback. Last week he was 4 of 14 for 24 yards. He's already got over 24 yards in the 2 completions he's had here tonight.
Twins left, single wide, Rochelo on a tight end right. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff, Jaden Barrero gets maybe a yard. Yeah, Anderson looks like an entirely different quarterback than what we saw last week. He's confident. Coach Bell signaling a play in. Alex Hensley checks in at a running back spot. Adams from a pistol. He's waving Thompson over to the left. Handoff. Anthony Catenacci. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Jaden Barrero, number 1. And we have a timeout on the field. We have a Dragon player down. It's Barrero. So while they tend to him, we will tell you that the scoreboard sponsor for the first half of this game is brought to you by Michigan United Credit Union. The full-service financial institution serves everyone who resides, works, worships, or attends school in Michigan. Give them a call at 248-814-4000 or visit their website for more information. And once again, replays for this game are sponsored by Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area. Proud supporters of ONTV since 2009. For more information, visit jetspizza.com. Chelsea Hanning out there tending to Barrero. You know, one thing we've talked about before, the quality of medical care to these players is top-notch these days. Jaden walking off a little gingerly.
But he's walking off, and that's and that's hopefully a good sign of things to come. He was a second leading ball carrier last week for the Dragons. 6 carries, 31 yards.
kind of favoring his left leg. So we have a 3rd and 8 from the 33. Motion far side. Adams back. Got a scramble. Breaks one tackle, but not a second. He's brought down for about a 1-yard loss. Ward Stevens on the stop. I can't find him on our roster. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Rourke Stevens is a junior defensive lineman. He was in there like a shot. Dragons going for it on 4th down. Trips left. Single back in the backfield. Adams back, picks up a block. He's got to run. Trying to turn the corner and taken down after about a 1-yard gain. The Dragons turn the ball over on downs. Stoney Creek will take over 1st and 10, 7:24 left to go here in the first.
Yeah, the pressure off the left edge got to him and forced him out of the pocket. Up in the pocket, but then he could never get to the outside. The good pursuit by the Cougars defense. Doobie that got there to make the tackle and turn over on downs. Adams can never get his shoulders turned to be able to get to the point to square and throw the ball downfield.
So Brandon Gurgix is the quarterback. He's a junior. Big kid. Set up on a 1 wide out and a double wing. And Gurgis is swallowed up. I don't think it looked like he didn't know what to do with the football.
Well, I think it was snapped before anybody knew it was coming. But I think the only one that knew that the ball was coming was the center, because everyone else stood there, and there was 3 Dragons in the backfield before you knew it.
Loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and 14 from the 34.
Loss of 4 yards, 2nd down and 14.
Middle of that Dragon defensive line was in there. Sam Buchanan and friends. Full house backfield. Gurgix on the keeper, and he's not going anywhere. He loses another yard. Malik Pulford chased him out of bounds and wrapped him up. So it's 3rd and 15 now. Ball spotted on the 33.
It's 3rd down and 15.
I think the first play was a botched play by the Cougars, but the fast flow of the Dragons defense you're seeing already.
Absolutely.
The first 2 plays.
Third down, and we got a flag.
Whistle before the snap, there is a penalty marker.
And we're going to back them up another 5. That was a false start.
Not the way you want to start if you're the Cougars. First 3
not
plays.
At all. It is 3rd down and 20.
So with the penalty, it's 3rd down and 20.
From the gun. Gurgis looks, throws, picked off. Dragons have it inside the 5. Touchdown, Max Nearing. I think he had to throw it before he really wanted to.
Again, same thing. We talked about Adams trying to get to the corner and get his shoulders turned to be able to throw. Same thing there with Gurgis. He couldn't quite get his shoulders turned. He didn't have much on the throw, and that's when Nearing came inside and intercepted, took it for 6. But it's because of that that pressure that he received that forced him into an errant throw.
Good stand by the Dragon defense. Jackson Wilbur is in to attempt the extra point. Spoke with Sam Powers. He tweaked a leg a little bit. So Wilbur, the junior kicker, is in for the extra point try. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:35 to go here in the first. Dragons lead 7-0.
Pressure, yeah. Look at the pressure right there. You're right. Two guys in his face, two Dragons in Gurgis's face, and he kind of threw it up for nobody. And except it was Nearing that picked it off.
The receiver really wasn't turned around. He wasn't in a position to make a catch, even if the ball had gotten to him. And I don't think he even saw Nearing in the area. But that's what you need. That'll fire up this defense and fire up this team and fire up the crowd. Heck, we're fired up.
I know it's the very first drive the Cougars had, but boy, oh boy, the Dragons green was living in the backfield every single one of those plays of the Cougars. Guess what? We can't do it offensively. Guess what? Let's do it defensively, right?
So Wilbur will kick it off. Nolan Wells and Jake Lancy back deep for the Cougars. End over end kick down to about the 10. Coming up over the 20, over the 30, and down near the 35-yard line is Nolan Welch, senior running back. So the Cougars will start out in good field position. Talk about that defensive line. Number 60, Jack Sheffield. Number 51, Sam Buchanan. And number 66, Garrick Sheffield.
First and 10 at the 34.
Twins left. Running around left end, breaks a tackle and run out of bounds. He got enough for the first down. Gergix turned the corner, shook off a couple tackles, was able to get the first down.
Yeah, that was completely a designed quarterback run, quarterback sweep.
So first and 10, single back in the backfield is Telegas. And again, Gerges keeps the ball. He's inside the Lake Orion 40. We mentioned in the pregame, he's a good athlete. He's a big player. That's the interception by Nearing.
Who just made that tackle there?
Who just made the tackle. So first and 10 from the Lake Orion 38. They line up trips left. Gergix again stopped after a gain of about 3 at the 35.
So the last 3 plays that have had success with Gergis, running to the left side.
Yep.
So look at that maybe as their strength and maybe a Lake Orion weakness. It's worked so far.
And if your defensive coordinator, Russ Purdy, you make sure don't over pursue to that side because they'll break one off to the right the first chance they get. On second down, trips left. Direct snap this time to number 10, Brosi Telegadis. And Roger Smith had as much trouble with that pronunciation as I did. Gain of a few. It's going to be 3rd and 2 from the 30. 3:40 to go here in the first. Dragons up by 7. kind of a stack formation left. And Turgidis gets a first down inside the 20. To Legatus. So the Cougars have been able to move the ball on the ground very well on this drive.
Yeah, kind of using that direct snap to a wildcat type formation.
Yeah.
They're having success.
I do not see Telegadis again run out of bounds about the 18-yard line. I do not see Gergix in there.
No, he's not. He's coming in right now. That's why it's a wildcat formation. It's a direct snap, and they're running to that side. And again, every single play this drive has been to that left side of the Lake Orion's defensive right. Having big-time success.
And the Cougars offensive coordinator is Mike Powell, who Dragon fans will remember was the offensive coordinator here for a couple of years. He likes to run a wing tee, or as he called it, wings and things. Telegadis, or Gergix, I'm sorry, takes it. He's close to a first down. Looks like he's about a half a yard short. And again, you're right. They keep running to their left, Lake Orion's right. Third and, looks like 3rd and 1. The scoreboard says 3rd and 3. Double wing. Motion far side. Handoff off the right side down to the 5. Telegadis on the run. It's 1st and goal for the Dragons from the 5. Coach Mike Powell signals the play in. Double wing, single back. And
Hensley was blitzing. I think he was in the neutral zone before the snap.
Yeah, they shifted 2 players to the left, and Alex just got a little eager. So it'll be half the distance and repeat first down. Ball's on the 3. Two receivers split wide. Is he in?
No, he's just
short.
short.
They're calling him just short. Telegadis. I'll get it right by the time the day's over. Down to the 1. And
Tell you what, it's been an impressive drive by the Cougars. Yes. I mean, after the pick 6 that the Dragons had, they've answered. They're not in the end zone yet, but they've answered to this point.
Telegadis in. Touchdown.
And they've answered.
They answered. It's the old thing, answer a score with a score. And that was a 65-yard drive. And it was all on the ground. Charlie Felton on for the extra point. Jake Mattles is the holder. High snap.
Blocked.
Blocked by Malik Pulford. and he came over like he was shot out of a gun.
I know we're not quite end of the first quarter, but you know how important those extra points can be based on what happened last week.
Yes, sir. Nothing fancy. It's body on body.
Again, just a direct snap out of that Wildcat formation for the touchdown.
Watch him come across now, right there.
Right there. You know, the snap was kind of high and slow, too, and so that's part of it. Well, as well, you've got to make sure that snap is back and low. You don't have to bring it from above your head as the holder down to the ground or to that tee, and that was the difference there between a 7-7 game and a 7-6 game.
Number 7, Owen Fisher, and 15, Peyton Miles, deep to receive for Lake Orion.
Owen Fisher, and we have somebody else back deep. Jonathan Toop, number 15, Peyton Lyles, breaks a tackle, gets over to 35, out to the 38. Good return by Peyton. Dragons will take over 1st and 10 on their 38-yard line. And thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch Lake Orion High School sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity football, volleyball, and more this fall, plus concerts and ceremonies. And we'll finish the read after this play. Don Hawkins in at running back for the Dragons. Thompson split wide left. Anderson Adams throws. Rochelo couldn't hold on to it. Hit him right in the hands. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Ben Lakoch checks in at one of the wide receiver spots. Lyles still the running back alongside Adams. Rochelo just couldn't pull it in. I'm sorry, that was Don Hawkins in at running back.
Number 6, Jake Lancy in coverage.
Just a touch.
Yep.
Just a touch too long. He's open. Decent coverage. He got on top of the defense.
And he's a big guy, too.
Western Michigan commit.
Absolutely.
You weren't saying go Broncos last week, were you?
No, not really. And they kind of manhandled my Eagles. So 3rd and 10 from the 38. Rochelo sets up on the left side, 2 wideouts. Adams rolling, looking, throwing. Got Rochelo inside the 40, inside the 30, cuts it inside at the 25 and down to the 23. Good pitch and catch.
I was going to say, when you have a Division I commit, you got to find a way to get him the football, and they're doing just that today in this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Lake Orion 7, Stoney Creek 6. To finish our read from the previous play, it costs less than $14 per month or $80 for a year to watch sporting events, and half of that money goes back to the LOHS program. Be sure to designate Lake Orion High School when you set up your account. Get started at www.dragonbroadcasting.org. ONTV thanks our student crews for their hard work and dedication bringing Dragon sports to the world. And we've got the student crews from Lake Orion High School in the booth tonight doing a wonderful job as always.
Rochelo's the tight end here on the near side. Just runs a corner route. And the Cougars completely lost him. I don't know how you lose somebody like that. Adams did a nice job again of getting his shoulders turned and find Rochelo on the corner route for a big play.
Alex Henley drew double coverage. He just flared out of the backfield, and he brought 2 players with him. He left Rochelo one-on-one, and he's going to win that one 9 out of 10 times. So it's 1st and 10 from the 24. Lake Orion throws a little wing action at him. Hawkins on the carry, and he gets met with authority at the line of scrimmage. Dropped for no gain.
Brooke Stevens once again there and on the play. Said his name a couple times here tonight.
Wells Venning checks in at a wide receiver spot. He splits wide to the left with Thompson in a slot left. Handoff up the middle. Hawkins close to a first down. He's going to be about a yard short. So it'll be 4th and 1. Alex Hensley checks in. Nearing checks in. They're calling it 3rd and 2. Ball is on the 16-yard line. Offset eye in the backfield. And we have a flag for a stoppage in play. False start against the Dragons. And that will drive Coach Bell nuts. You have 3rd and a short yardage. So now it'll be 3rd and 7. The ball is on the 21.
Third and short to 3rd and medium changes your play call.
Thompson splits out wide right, nearing wide left.
But you know what? Maybe it doesn't, because maybe you know you're going for it on 4th down if you don't get it here.
Backs in an offset eye. Adams rolling out. Did he get the? He stretched the ball out. They're calling it first down. The line judge came in with authority, signaling first down. Great job stretching the ball out to get the first down.
Got around that edge and he took a good shot.
Yeah, he's going to come
out
for
right
a play.
There is where he was. Field awareness there. Knew where he had to get to, and got the first down. Usually, you don't want to teach a kid to stick the ball out because of a possibility of a fumble or stripped it out of your hands.
Brody Thompson checks in at quarterback from wide receiver. He played some last year, as did Anderson. Anderson's down there kind of shaking out his left arm. Hensley checks out. And Peyton Lyles checks in at a wide receiver spot. He's going to go in a slot right. High snap. I think was that a direct snap to Hawkins?
No, it was a high snap, and then they just got their feet tangled up at the mesh point. And Hawkins was never able to get going.
So now it's 3rd down and 8 from the 12. 8:21 to go in the first half.
Third down and 8.
From the gun, Thompson back, looks, throwing to the corner, almost had. And Lyles kind of stumbled when he broke out of his route.
He doesn't stumble there, and that's probably a touchdown. But you're right, he's breaking to the corner.
So
nice ball by Thompson.
Yeah. Jackson Wilbur checks in. Thompson will hold. This will be a 28-yard field goal attempt. Ball's in the middle of the field. Ball's down. Kick is up. And the kick is off to the left. So the Dragons keep the ball for a long time and come up empty. And I couldn't tell what happened with that kick, if he just pulled it. So
simply wide left, yep.
What I should have done at the quarter break, the second quarter is underwritten by Builders Custom Flooring. Builders Custom Flooring is a family-owned and operated flooring business located conveniently in downtown Lake Orion. Their showroom features a wide selection of flooring solutions to fit every style, including including hardwood, and I'll finish after this play. Full house backfield for the Cougars on first down. Gurgitz on the carry. Gets about 5. So second down, we'll finish our read as soon as I can. Second down and 5 from the 25. Single wide right. Full house backfield. Handoff. He's got enough for a first down. Snyder on the carry. Ricky Snyder, junior running back, and he got just enough for the first down. It's 1st and 10 for the Cougars from the 31. 7:21 to go.
Rolling different backs in there. That's Schneider's first carry of the night for the Cougars.
Well, this is more of a wishbone backfield. Number 10, Telegatis on the carry. He got about 7 out to the 38. It'll be 2nd and 3. And they've stayed to the ground game, and they're getting yardage in chunks. Dragons showing blitz. Gergix on the carry. And he's got enough for the first down. 1st and 10, Stoney Creek.
Kid's physical. He runs the ball hard.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to put his shoulder down.
And they've got the 3 backs in the backfield. Well, what that gives him is 2 lead blockers, along with that big offensive line. So 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Good carry on first down by Telegatis. Another first down.
Now it's 2nd down. They didn't mark it short.
Yeah, it's 2nd and short. 2nd and less than a yard. They're calling it 2nd and 1, but it's less than that. First down now. Telegatas on the carry. And, you know, this looks like a wishbone, but a wishbone didn't have a guy in the shotgun. It's an interesting formation.
Inverted wishbone. We've got a Cougar player down.
We do. Try to get a number for you. Looks like number 5, KJ Schuster, senior wide receiver. Well, we have a break in the action. Builders Custom Flooring has a solution to fit every style and budget, including hardwood, carpet, luxury vinyl, and tile, as well as expert hardwood refinishing services. Visit them today to explore flooring options that will bring beauty and value to your home. For more information, go to builderscustomflooring.com. And Royal Oak Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing, a trusted source for reliable HVAC, electrical, and plumbing services in all of Oakland and Macomb counties since 1951. And they are also local here in Lake Orion and Oxford. For more information, you can give them a call at 248-431-4501 or visit the website royaloakheating.com. So 1st and 10 from the 44, 5:48 to go before halftime. Stoney Creek will get the ball to start the second half. Twins to the left, now motion right. Telegatas gets a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down by
McHugh on the tackle for Lake Orion. Jack McHugh, senior defensive back.
Brandon Gurgis checks back in at quarterback.
Full house backfield again. Gets a couple more, dives in over the right side. It'll be 3rd down.
Francis Sheffield on the play there. I think the exchange, he didn't quite get the ball cleanly, and that kind of slowed him down from surging forward and allowed that Dragon defense to get in there and make that play.
He was clapping his hands for a long time waiting for that snap.
1 yard gain. It's 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and 8, they're calling it.
That's the cadence nowadays, just clapping.
Yeah.
You don't have to call set, say set, head or anything like that, just clap. Timeout.
And timeout called by Stoney Creek. And to finish our underwriters, the second quarter is underwritten by Cutter Rug Flooring, a local family-owned and operated small business proudly serving Lake Orion and surrounding communities. Fully licensed and insured, they specialized in carpet restretching, flooring repairs, as well as full-service installation and sales. Their mobile showroom brings the shopping experience right to your front door. You can also visit them at their new location, 981 South Lapeer Road in Oxford, inside Oxford Vacuum.
Anderson Adams is throwing and warming his arm up. He looks to be okay.
Yeah.
For the Dragons.
Well, it was his left shoulder or his left arm. Pressure. Gergich trying to run, got the first down and more. And a late flag comes in.
Boy, the Dragons had 3 defenders in the backfield, and the outside defender takes a poor angle and attacks the front shoulder, which allowed Gergich to get out to the outside and get that big first down.
And he had a lot of running room.
Gotta understand the pass rush discipline when you're attacking a mobile quarterback like that.
We'll check the flag out. Referee Joe Hamlin will let us know shortly.
Yeah, that was from the back judge here.
Yeah.
That was a good throw.
Defensive holding, first down, Stoney Creek at the 25-yard line with 3:59 to go. So now Twins left, single wide right, empty backfield on first down. And first and 10, motion far side. Gergich up the middle, gets a couple. Middle of that Dragon defense. Hawkins, Hensley, and Jack Sheffield in there on the tackle.
Gain of 1 yard, second down and 9.
Second and 9 as we close in on the 3:30 mark in the second quarter. Double wing formation. Gergich trying to go up the middle. He's going to get trapped in the backfield and drop. Late flag came in from the referee.
I think it was face mask. Got a hand in the face.
Yeah.
Right away, Coach Powell for the Cougars was pumping his fist. He knew it was on the Dragons.
Yep. 5-yard face mask. It'll be second down. And when you have 4 guys closing in on the quarterback, hands go everywhere.
Trying to get the player, you're trying to knock the ball out and punch the ball out if you can.
So that make it second and 4 from the 19. Tagadas up the middle. He's got a first down to the 10.
Tell you what, if you would have looked at this the first drive, the first series that the Cougars had, and you would have based your prediction of the game based on that, you'd have been totally wrong because they have dominated this game since that first series.
And they haven't thrown the ball.
No.
They've done it all on the ground.
Very methodical. You know, you're working a couple backs in. You're using your quarterback. You were doing some wildcat formations. You're getting movement up front.
Low snap. Telagadas is going down. It was a low snap. He was late getting the handoff. And Lorenzo Policinelli. I'll get some of these names right by the end of the season. Loss of 1. It'll be second and 11 as we close in on the 2-minute mark.
Gonna let some clock.
Play clock down to 5. They're going to call a timeout. 1:39 to go. And the clock there, now the clock stopped. So not a lot of rule changes during the off season that they implemented this year.
I do like the I mean, it's been this way for a couple years now, but I do like the play clocks in the corner of the end zones. That's a nice feature to have. Not every school, though, does have that as an option.
And while we have a moment, I want to take just a second and give a final goodbye to two longtime Dragon supporters. Don Luby died a couple weeks ago, longtime Dragon coach. He was the sideline czar here. And Benny McCullough passed away in March. You all knew Benny from being on the sideline in a wheelchair. You won't find a more dedicated Dragon fan than Benny was. Guys, we will miss you. 2nd and 11. Direct snap to Telagatis. He's dropped short of the goal line. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4. Ball's going to be marked on the 6. So 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Double wing, single back in the backfield. Now shift to a Wildcat. Telagatis going around the far side. Did he get there? I don't think he did. It's 4th down. And they're gonna, looks like they're gonna bring the field goal unit out.
Ball's placed at the 3-yard line. It's 4th down.
I think they're bringing their hefties in.
Yeah, they're bringing the 4th and 1.
I wonder who's getting the ball.
Telagatis inside. He 1st down. He does not have a touchdown. He's down at the 1. 43.8 seconds to go. Direct snap to Telagatis, and he just followed his blockers very well.
And they're going quick, too.
Jack Stiller checks in on the defensive line. Telagatis stoned. He didn't get in.
He got hit low. Great job filling the hole. Who is that there?
I think he's hurt.
Can't quite tell who that.
I don't know.
Got stuck by Jack McHugh. Hit him low. Hit him hard, too. 65 is down.
Yep. Brody Rumler is the injured player.
That's certainly where you want to hit a guy that close to the goal line. Hit him low so he can't jump up and over.
Yep. And I think he was just trying to follow his blockers, and the hole's just closed right up with Dragons.
So here's my question, because I didn't see what happened, but did they call a timeout, Stoney Creek, or is it because of the injury timeout?
It's the injury timeout.
And if so, are they going to have to use the timeout?
Well, yeah, they're showing them with 1 timeout left. Lake Orion has 2. Coach Blackstock having a quick conversation with the referee. Rumler is coming off under his own power, but a little gingerly.
Second down goal to go near the 1.
Second and 1. Touchdown, Cougars.
Stoney Creek.
Yep, Delegatus took it in from 1. It's kind of hard to see who scored. There was such a mass of white shirts in there.
It was, and I didn't know that the ball had gotten up to Delegatus' hands, but it did. It was a low snap, and by the time Delegatus was there, I didn't think Gurgis was going to be able to get it there, but he
Charlie
did.
Felton on for the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 21.9 seconds before halftime. The Cougars now lead the Dragons 13-7. Hey, look at this mass of humanity.
Yep.
Takes it, hands it. And it was late getting the hand up, but the offensive line had already pushed green shirts 3 yards back
And
in
he
the end zone.
bounced into the initial surge of the Dragons defenders, but had the vision enough to be able to bounce it wide and find the hole to get into the end zone. That's a nice run.
Hey, filmmakers, be ready. The Wildwood Film Festival will be kicking off on Thursday, October 16th at the ONTV studio located at 1349 Joslin Road. Teams will be given their requirements, which include a prop, location, and line of dialogue that is to be included in their 10-minute film. You will have until 6 p.m. on Tuesday, October 21st to submit the film. On Wednesday, the 22nd, the films will be viewed and judged at 7 p.m. at Oxford 7 Cinema in Oxford. Open to all ages, it costs $30 per team to enter, and the winners will receive a cash prize. To register, go to www.Orion.ONTV or call 248-393-1060.
It's interesting. Look at the drive chart. That was 15-play drive, 69 yards.
All runs.
Again, very methodical, very deliberate.
Yeah.
And we talked at the beginning about ball control. And if the Orion was going to come out on top, they've got to control the ball. Right now, through the first half, the Cougars are doing just that.
Little pooch kick taken by Nick France and wisely just fell on it to preserve time. 21.9 seconds for the Dragons to work with. Anderson Adams comes back out under center. Dragons come out, twins left, single wide right. Adams under center. Handoff. Don Hawkins had a little head of steam going, just got met at the line and spun down. So 5 seconds, the Dragons are content just to run the clock out. We've played a half. The Stoney Creek Cougars lead the Lake Orion Dragons 13-7. Halftime is underwritten by Sarah Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lake Orion, part of the Sarah Automotive family, offering new and used car sales, service on all makes, parts, accessories, and a state-of-the-art collision and repair facility. Located at 3800 South Lapeer Road, or give them a call at 248-393-2222. And Orion Oaks Dental, where the #1 priority is to deliver quality care to their patients in a comfortable and convenient setting. Located at 400 West Clarkston Road in Lake Orion. Visit their website at www.orionoaksdental.com or give them a call, 248-693-4422. We'll be right back.
Drum major, Kyle Kirkland, Willow Savinow, Orion Peter, and Carlos Rapidi. The field is yours.
Just finishing up halftime, the Lake Orion Dragons trail the Rochester Stoney Creek Cougars 13-7. And Chris, the first series by the Cougars, they threw the ball a couple times with disastrous results because Lake Orion returned it for a touchdown. But since then, they've just pounded it down the Dragons' throat.
Yeah, the 2 scoring drives after that interception return for a touchdown, 9 plays, and then 15 plays. And just in the pregame, we talked about Lake Orion having to ball control and move the ball downfield and control the clock. And Stoney Creek's run 27 plays to Lake Orion's 19. And all 3 Stoney Creek drives have resulted in the points on the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah.
The 6 points, the interception return for Lake Orion, and then the 2 drives that Stoney Creek has had have resulted into 6 points, a blocked extra point, and then the 7 points. So it's been a very, very impressive first half for the Stoney Creek Cougars.
And you and I were talking, it looks like the injury bug is starting to bite the Dragons somewhat. We saw Anderson Adams come off with an arm or a shoulder, and you said you saw a couple other significant ones for the Dragons.
Yeah, James Bambard came off with his shoulder pads off. The shoulder pads being held by somebody else walking through the tunnel, and Jaden Barrero's been out since he went down early on. So Don Hawkins has been getting most of the snaps. Lake Orion's 23 yards on the ground and 77 through the air for a total of 100 yards. But their 7 points came from the defense, and so they've got to find a way to manufacture some offense here in the second half and get back to that ball control concept we talked about at the pregame, and try to find a way to turn this thing around.
So Jackson Wilbur will kick off. We mentioned earlier that Sam Powers kind of tweaked a leg this week, and I talked to him before the game. He's going to be out another week and a half or so. Line drive kick over the head and into the end zone. So that'll come out 1st and 10 for Stoney Creek. Up 13-7. This third quarter is underwritten by Michigan Prime Health. At Michigan Prime Health in Lake Orion, they're committed to helping you look and feel your best, from medical weight loss programs, GLP-1 injection, and holistic nutrition coaching, to red light therapy with Michigan's only ovational bed, whatever that is. Their expert team delivers real results tailored to you, conveniently located inside the Carwile Health Building on Lapeer Road. They make it easy to access the care you deserve. 1st and 10. Full house backfield. Gergic on the carry. He gets stopped for no gain. It'll be 2nd down.
Guess who there again?
Yeah.
Alex Hensley.
Alex Hensley. He is all over the field. He'll play anywhere and play well. So no gain, 2nd and 10.
Leading tackler last year for the team, 9 tackles last week against Northville.
Play clock down to 10. Handoff up the middle, jammed up, and down he goes. That Telagatis on the carry. And he's only a junior, folks, as is the quarterback. This Stoney Creek team is looking well stocked for the next couple years. So 3rd and 7 from the 23.
This is a big play for the Dragons defense. They got to find a way to get off the field right here and get some momentum back, get some confidence back.
Handoff coming around the left side is number 11, Luke Doobie. They're calling Ricky Schneider on the carry. number 17. Yeah, and you know, all this running and grinding it out, that's going to tire your defense out.
Yard short, gutsy call early on. Do you just
4th
try to
and
draw
1.
them off sides? Or are they that confident in the offense? They're unbalanced. Now he got it.
Pushing forward, and yeah, he got it just by the nose of the football.
They went unbalanced to the left, and then went to the right side of the center for the first down.
Gutsy call by Mike Powell on 4th and 1.
Yep, just simple dive play, and Jack Sheffield was a defender to make the first stop. Got his shoulders turned and was able to find the first down. Keep your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. That might not be the case.
Inside handoff on the end around. Looked like number 6, Jake Lancey, on the carry. Gain of maybe 1.
A gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8. Gergic. And he's met after about a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down. And there's no secret to what they're doing. They're pulling. They're getting 6 guys out in front of the ball carrier. And it's a mass of white shirts coming at that Dragon defense.
And it's interesting. I haven't certainly kept the stats on this, but it seems like all the play calls, whether they're going to our left or right to left, they're all to that side of the field.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that because I'm using the binoculars a little further away.
Yeah.
It's harder to see.
Gergic again up the middle. He's got a 1st down and more. Turning the speed on. 1 man to beat. Touchdown.
64 yards.
Wow. He got through the first wave and got another gear. And it was all that Jack McHugh could do to catch up to him about the 2-yard line. So Charlie Felton on for the extra point.
There's a high snap again. I was just about to say, they've blocked 1 already.
Yep. And that is stuff that you take care of in the 2nd week of summer camp. So now it's 19-7 with 7:54 left to go in the 3rd. The second half scoreboard is under. Oh, we're going to get a replay of this. Yeah, right there. 1 man to stop him, and he broke the tackle.
Oftentimes you see, that's the hardest thing to do in the open field is make a tackle like that. But you got to make that tackle right there. You got to make that tackle. Yep. Especially as good as Hensley is, you got to make that tackle there.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm sorry. Maybe that wasn't Hensley. It was either Hensley or France. My fault.
Yeah. So the scoreboard for the second half of this game is underwritten by Royal Oak Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing, a trusted source for reliable HVAC, electrical, and plumbing service in all of Oakland and Macomb counties since 1951. And they are also local here in Lake Orion and Oxford. For more information, you can give them a call at 248-431-4501 or visit royaloakheating.com. Another pooch kick taken and stopped immediately.
Number 17, Michael Champagne receives the kick.
Michael Champagne took the kick and again, wisely just dropped in place. That's something we always told them, you know, they're not always going to kick it deep, and the up guys have to be aware of that. And when they do, call for a fair catch, take it and drop it. So 1st and 10 for the Dragons, looking to get something going. 2 wideouts and backs in an offset eye. Adams from the pistol. Handoff up the middle. Got an opening.
Look who's back.
Yeah.
Ball's loose.
Jaden Barrero.
Ball was loose, but he fell on it. Guess who's back?
59 yards. And I believe he's down. Yeah, Laker.
Not even touched. Not even touched till about inside the 20-yard line, inside about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, he's down. He's down about the 4-yard line. He looks like he's holding the midsection. He may have fallen on the ball. Feels nice and light when you're carrying it, but when you fall on that 13.5 pounds of air, it hurts.
Beautiful hole, but that offensive line of the Dragons.
Oh boy.
That's what they need. That they need that spark. They need that big play to, again, start to establish some confidence. Offensively tonight, they have not done anything of substance, and a play like that can turn things around.
And you know, really, that's what they look for. They look for when a James Bambard goes down. Look for someone to pick it up in his absence. Jaden Barrero just kicked off a 70-yard run. But you know what? Don Hawkins has got to pick it up. Jaden's walking off under his own power. Chelsea Hanning has been a busy young lady tonight. So the Dragons have the ball 1st and goal from the 4. Brody Thompson comes in at a running back position.
And he's your quarterback.
And also Wesley Pratt is the back in the backfield. Thompson up the middle, down to the 1. It'll be 2nd down. And a late flag or 2. We'll see what the call is.
It's got to be offsetting.
Yeah, there was probably some extracurriculars going on in the pile. Number 85,
But it's not.
Brecken Powers in at a tight end spot, and they are. Personal foul against the Dragons.
Boy, you're a yard short of the goal line, and that happens.
And they take it back now to the 16. So it's 2nd and goal from the 16-yard line. The Dragons cannot pick up a 1st down.
2 big plays in a row.
Yeah.
And I say that's a big play because they got down inside the 1-yard line, but then that happens.
Following the penalty, it's 2nd and goal from the 16.
What did I say at the pregame? Those that make the fewest mistakes win football games.
Win football games.
You can't have those.
Adams back, looks, throws, caught. Rocheleau. He's out of bounds at the 2, maybe the 3. And Ryan did a great job of catching a ball, keeping his feet in bounds, and not only falling back out of bounds, but taking a hit as he went. It's on the 3, 3rd and goal. Alex Henley checks in at a running back spot. Yep, he's going to be a tight end on the left. Don Hawkins on the carry.
He kind of stumbled after the
Yeah,
exchange there, too.
Ball is marked on the 2. And now it's 4th and 2 from the 2 with 6:02 left to go in the 3rd. And Lake Orion's taking a timeout.
Taking a timeout to
They
talk about they've got to convert here. They've got to convert.
You got to come out of here with points.
And when I say points, and you say points, you're not talking 3, you're talking 7.
No, you've got to get 7 out of this. Braden Blackstock, who has been a rock at the center position, leads them out. 4th and goal, full house backfield. Adams. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. Anderson Adams from 2 yards out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was huge.
Just like the first down earlier, where he stuck the ball out, knew where the chains were, knew where the first down. He knew exactly where that pylon was.
Yes.
And did just enough to get there and cross the plane.
And I'm sure his left arm, left shoulder don't feel the best. But you know what? He did what he had to do, and he garnered a lot of respect from his teammates on that drive.
It feels a lot better after scoring 6.
Always does. So Jackson Wilbur on for the point after. Brody Thompson will hold. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is no good.
Wide left again.
Yeah, I think he just rushed that. I want to.
Nose for the pylon, nose for the pylon. Yep. Yes, sir.
Cut it inside. What hurt arm? I'll chest bump my teammates. I'll do all that stuff.
Go back and look at that replay later on. You were talking about who led the team out.
Yeah.
Braden Blackstock led the team out. You should have seen the pancake block he just had. And he, by the way, he's looking over the guy and he picked him up afterwards and went to celebrate with his team.
So the Dragons are right back in it. They're a touchdown away.
They're right back in it, but yet they haven't stopped Stoney Creek's offense yet.
Right.
They've had 4 drives. They've scored 3 of them. The first drive was a pick 6 by the Dragons. After that, they've scored every single series.
Nolan Welch and Jake Lancey back deep for Stoney Creek. Jackson Wilbur puts his foot into it. End over end kick down to the 11. Up the right side, got a hole up the middle, brings it out to the 40. And number 11, Max Nearing, brings them down. So Stoney Creek will start out 1st and 10 from their 40, 5:49 to go. They're up by 6. What a great night for football tonight. Big full moon out to the southeast.
It's a little cool for my liking on September 5th, but
That's what we were talking in pregame. We've had openers that's been in the 90s. So 1st and 10. Handoff off the left side.
Hensley
And
there once again.
Ricky Schneider on the carry. He got stopped for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That's at least the third run by Schneider. They run that little reverse to him.
Kind of a quiet crowd here now tonight. Double wing, single back. Carry up the middle.
They're quiet because there hasn't been many big plays by the Dragons. They're quiet because I don't think a lot of people thought that the Dragons would be in this situation right now.
Telagadas on the carry, brought down by McHugh. 3rd and 7 for the Cougars. 4.5 to go in the third. They're up by 6. Dragons looking for a stop.
Look at how they're accepting the plays from the sidelines. They're all standing in a line.
Yeah.
Interesting. They got to go. They got to go.
Double wing. 1 second left.
No, he's open too. They had him.
Overthrew him.
Oh, first ball. Well,
Nick France came in on Gergix, and Gergix had to let it go and took a shot as he let the ball go. So 4th down, and for the first time tonight, we've got a punt.
they had him open too, just a little long.
Gergix is the punter. Brody Thompson back deep for the Dragons. Another high snap. Nice high kick. Thompson dropped the ball and fell on it. Wow.
Really nice punt.
And number 5, KJ Schuster, was the gunner. And as Brody caught the ball, Schuster was on top of him. Brody dropped the ball and had the wherewithal to fall on it. And the Dragons have possession, 1st and 10 from their own 11. Just inside the 4-minute mark here in the third. Two tight ends, twins to the left. End around. Wesley Pratt on the, nope, that was Don Hawkins. And boy, he turned the Jets on that one.
Great job sealing the edge right there.
Watch him turn.
Look at the block downfield. Look at the block downfield, staying engaged. Boy, oh boy.
Just got a hand out to trip him up. Great run by Don Hawkins.
We've seen some big plays out of the running game last couple series.
Two wideouts, backs in an offset eye. Hawkins again. Tried to bounce it outside, got jammed up and dropped for no gain. Be 2nd and 10 from the Dragon 33. Closing in on 3 minutes to go in the third. Wideouts each side, backs in an offset eye. Adams from the pistol. And we have a stoppage in play. Timeout, Stoney Creek. Orion Neighborhood Television will be celebrating Community Media Day on October 20th. Community Media Day is an annual celebration of voices that brings awareness to the importance of free speech and accessible media for all individuals to have their voices heard. ONTV is inviting anyone into our studio for an open house with snacks and refreshments to see what we have to offer the community. We are also inviting nonprofit organizations to record a quick public service announcement if they would like throughout the day from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. That went over very, very well last year, and we're looking to do the same thing this year. So Dragons come out, 2 wideouts again, backs in an offset eye with Adams in a pistol. Rolls right, looks, throws, just led him a bit too far.
Intended for Hensley, the spacing wasn't great. Hensley is running the flat. Rocheleau is in the same vicinity, about 2 yards, 3 yards deeper than Hensley. Brings up a big 3rd down and 10 play for the Dragons.
But we said it earlier, and I think it still applies, that Anderson Adams looks like an entirely different quarterback than he did last week. Trips to the left, single wide right, single back in the backfield. Adams back, look, throws, picked off. And Adams runs him out of bounds. The receiver had vacated the area where the defender was.
Jack Fredenberg with the interception, lost his shoe on the return down the far sideline.
And Adams threw it right to him. So Stoney Creek takes over 1st and 10 from the Lake Orion 15.
1st and 10, Stoney Creek at the 16.
Full house backfield. It's that reverse wishbone we saw earlier. And Gergix, I'll get it right.
France had an opportunity for a couple 3-yard loss and Gergix was able to elude that tackle to at least get back to the line of scrimmage and just, well, I guess about a yard.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
This game's a matter of inches, you know. I mean, it's a matter of inches.
Oh. Handoff up the middle, jammed up and dropped. Telegatis on the carry.
Rocheleau and others on the stop.
Yeah, Garrick Sheffield in there on the tackle.
A gain of 1 yard. It's 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8 from the 14. So let's see what they do. Two tight end look.
He's wide open.
And dropped.
France, nice job. He was wide open, and France did a nice job. Yeah, closing in on the back, coming out of the backfield.
Owen Fisher in there also. But you're right, France came in and just, because he was wide open.
It was the right, it was the right read by the quarterback Gergix, and all of a sudden France came seemingly from nowhere to make the play. Well done.
So now it's 4th and 5, and they're going to line up for a field goal. Fisher's in for a field goal. for Felton.
It's a 6-point differential to make it 2-score game.
Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 21.8 seconds to go in the third. It's now 22-13 for Stoney Creek. Hey, be sure to tune in to replays of your favorite games right here on ONTV. Tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m. for the most current games in our lineup. Games are also played throughout the week, so check our program guide on our webpage at orionontv.org for replay times that best fit your viewing schedule. Also, visit our YouTube link for games on demand, www.orionontv.org.
Field goal set up by the interception by Jack Fredenberg. A four-play drive, but nonetheless it results in 3 points, so again puts them up 2 scores.
Yeah.
So the mistakes once again come back to bite you. You miss an extra point. You miss an extra point, and like last week, makes things difficult when it comes down the stretch.
The Dragons will travel to Rochester next week. High, short kick, and again caught and dropped at the 35-yard line. And then in 2 weeks, we will be home against West Bloomfield on the 19th of September. And prior to that game, and I know this is a project that is very dear to my broadcast partner's heart, we will televise the inaugural flag football game on Dragon Field. Chris, you've done a great job.
It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting how girls flag football has taken off in the state of Michigan. There was 41 schools that played in the spring this past year, and we're piloting the league with 6 teams here in the OAA. Orion, Avondale, the 2 Waterford schools, and the 2 Troy schools. We're pretty excited about the growth of the game and the opportunities it's providing for girls.
Hawkins on the run. Down inside the Adams 30, and he showed a burst of speed.
Boom, nice cut right there, and he's off to the races.
He's shown some wheels.
They're finding holes. They're making holes here in this second half, unlike that first half.
So we played 3. The Stoney Creek Cougars lead the Lake Orion Dragons 22-13. And hey, are you interested in studio production, maybe field production, or how about non-linear editing? ONTV offers 3 different 5-week classes to choose from. Studio class teaches you how to put together a full TV studio production. Field class shows you how to use our checkout equipment to conduct interviews, make films, or just practice videography. And finally, our editing class teaches you how to edit your videos using Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve. Classes are $55 per person and meet on Mondays from 7 to 9 p.m. You can sign up on our website at www.orionontv.org, or for more information, give us a call at 248-393-1060. So 1st and 10 as we start the 4th. Adams back to pass, got pressure, down he goes. It's going to be about an 11-yard loss. Rourke Stevenson was in there again. And Ian Genslinger.
Initially, I thought Ben Lako was not wide open, was open, but the pressure was there. And And Adams couldn't certainly get it off.
They chalked it down as a 19-yard loss. So it is 2nd and 19. Adams getting pressure. Completes it to Hawkins. Got a little yardage back. And I know this is a position that Coach Bell does not like to be in, to have to pass on every down to try to make up yardage, try to get points on the board, try to get the ball back, and try to score again.
I don't think any coach wants to be in that situation. But this is the bed they've made for themselves, and that they got to deal with it right now.
Trips right. Adams back, looking, throwing. Incomplete, and here comes a late flag. Broken up by number 1, Nolan Welch. And he just got a little too handsy on the breakup. $15-yard penalty.
It's not enough for a first down, though.
But it makes it a lot more tolerable. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Ball's marked on the 22. Scoreboard's calling it 3rd and 3. Adams back. Looks, got pressure. Breaks free.
Awfully close.
Did he get it? The line judge is marked about the 18-yard line, and they're calling it first down. Good run by Anderson Adams.
I'm going to say it again. That's the 3rd time he's run the ball, and again, he knew exactly where he needed to get to. 2 first downs and 1 touchdown.
So now 1st and 10 from the 18. Handoff inside to Hawkins. He's down to about the 12. Lancey on the stop. They're going to mark it on the 13. So 2nd and 5. Backs in an offset eye. Adams from the pistol. Handoff up the middle to Hawkins. He picked up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. Don Hawkins looks like he just gotten more and more comfortable carrying the ball tonight. He didn't carry much at all, if anything, last week. 2 carries, my broadcast partner tells me. Hawkins breaking it outside, trying to cut it upfield, and can't do it. He's trapped for about a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down. Zazula on the stop.
I thought he had the edge for a second there. And Cougars did a nice job of closing in on him. Loss on the play.
2nd and 9 at 9:15 to go in the game. Lake Orion has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Stoney Creek has 2.
You try to find your tight end, number 88. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah. Broken up. Intended for Neary.
Welch did a nice job of knocking that ball down with the left hand, keeping that right arm around in case the ball was caught.
Max Nearing, who has the only Lake Orion touchdown tonight on an interception return. Excuse me, not the only one. The first Lake Orion touchdown on an interception return. Brody Thompson, who's the backup quarterback, and Anderson Adams were exchanging notes as that play was called. And Lake Orion's going to take a timeout and talk it over with 8:58 to go.
Scores from around the OAA. Harper Woods, 27. Clarkston, 21. End of almost late third quarter, excuse me.
Wow. Just what we thought that was going to be.
Trying to find some more OAA scores. West Bloomfield was up. You said Lake Orion takes them on in week 4.
Yeah.
They were up 30-0 at half.
Adams looks. He's going to run it, breaks it outside. Trying to get a block. He's in. Touchdown, Lake Orion.
Find a way. Find a way.
Anderson Adams from 9 yards out, his second touchdown of the night. And the Dragons are right back in it. They're going to go for 1, make it a 2-point ball game. Wilbur on for the extra point. Thompson to hold. Ball's down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 8:50 to go. It is now Stoney Creek 22, Lake Orion 20. And during this sports season, ONTV will be covering a large variety of games. Our sports coverage will include varsity football, like tonight, girls flag football, water polo, volleyball, boys soccer, and more. Select games will be streamed live on dragonbroadcasting.org and will be replayed on our channels, Comcast Channel 10 and AT&T Channel 99. Visit orionontv.org for our program schedule. Now, this team has shown the tenacity, if you will, that when they're down, they've been able to come back. And they showed that against Northville last week. They will come back. They've never given up in a game so far. Wilbur will kick off. A little pooch kick. KJ Schuster caught that and dropped as the Dragon returners, but in the area where that ball was kicked, if I'm KJ Schuster, I'm calling for a fair catch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because once he caught that, he still could have been unloaded on. So Stoney Creek takes over 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Now the onus goes on to the Dragon defense to make one more stop. Double wing, single back in the backfield. Handoff around left end. Nolan Welch. Drop. Jaden Barrero in on the stop. So 2nd and 7. He gave him a gain of 3. Ball set on the 40. Welch got the carry and was stoned maybe after about a half-yard loss or half-yard gain. He tried to vault the ball carrier, and the Dragon defense was having none of that. Jack Stiller checks in along the defensive line. 3rd and 7. Twins right, tight end set up on the left. Back to pass, looking, throwing, caught and dropped. Caught by Telagatis.
Alex Hensley
Alex
again.
Hensley, yes sir.
We got to start tracking tackles here.
So for the second time, Stoney Creek will have to punt. Or will they? They're going for it.
Nobody's back for Lake Orion.
No, they're going for it. High snap and just a little free kick goes out of bounds on the 14-yard line, where the Dragons will take over with 6:44 to work with, down by 2. Hey, this has turned into a heck of a ball game. It's Friday night in Lake Orion. We expect nothing less.
The energy in the crowd is certainly picking up, I will tell you
that.
that.
It certainly has.
On both sides.
Yeah.
You know, 1-0 Stoney Creek versus 0-1 Lake Orion. They're all not that all far away from each other, these schools.
No, they're not. Two wideouts. Hawkins up the middle. Got a couple. Give him 3. They gave him 4, so will we. It's 2nd and 6.
It's certainly, obviously, it's the kids versus the kids. But you know, deep down inside, it's the coaches versus the coaches based on the Powells being over on the other side of the field, right?
Yes, sir.
It's all that good, clean competition.
Little dump off pass to
Hensley.
Alex Hensley. He was hit as soon as good job of concentrating to make the catch, secure the ball, knowing he was going to get hit.
Yeah, Drew Rayolt, number 19 for the Cougars, did a nice job from his linebacker spot to make the play.
So 3rd and 5 for the Dragons. Are you in 4-down territory this soon?
I'm not, but
Coach Bell might be. Trips to the left, single wide right. Throws, caught, Rochelo. He had the first down, and they're going to give him the first down. Caught the ball right at the down marker, took about a half step forward, then curled back, and they gave him forward progress.
So when you make a play like that, you don't have to worry about what's happening on a 4th down, because you get the first.
There you go.
Knew where the sticks were, got there. It's a big first down.
10.
Big first down.
First and 10. Twins left, single wide right. Backs in an offset eye. Hawkins, maybe a yard. And a late flag.
Yeah, really late flag.
Yeah.
And then a Cougars player just ran off the bench, or ran off the field real fast after that. I don't know if it was...
On the Dragons. So that will back them up 15. That is the second personal foul they have had in this second half.
You just can't beat yourself like that.
No. And I'm sure that will be a point of emphasis.
Calmer heads prevail.
Yes. And the same thing happened last week when they were on their final drive. They had a penalty, called back 15 yards.
They gotta have to call a timeout.
Yeah, they're down to, they did.
That
Coach
hurts.
Bell.
Play clock was running down. They had to call a timeout.
Yeah. So the Dragons have 1 left and Stoney Creek has 2. We have 4:05 to go. The Dragons are facing a 2nd and 22 from their own 12. They have to get to their own 35. As we mentioned, the Dragons will travel to Rochester next week. And in 2 weeks, we will be right back here as the Dragons welcome in the West Bloomfield Lakers. Twins left, single wide right, single back in the backfield. Adams back, looks, throws through the hands of Rocheleau. He tried to slide at the 25, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 22.
Now you might be talking 4 down territory.
Yeah. Dragons come out. Trips to the left. 5-yard penalty against Stoney Creek, which now makes it a 3rd and 17.
Didn't see what the penalty was.
I did not. And play is stopped. Timeout, Stoney Creek. So the chess game continues. Hey, go mobile with Orion Neighborhood Television anytime. Follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube on your mobile devices. Connect with ONTV to see what's happening in our studio, see upcoming events, and watch ONTV programs in high definition on demand. Orion Neighborhood Television, working to bring Lake Orion to the world.
Lake Orion's opponent, Northville. Last week's opponent, Northville, leads Plymouth 35-7 in the 4th quarter.
Was it Castech Muskegon tonight?
Yes.
Yeah. So the Dragons on 3rd down, trips right, single wide left. Hawkins is the lone setback alongside Adams from the gun, gets pressure, breaks out of it. He's going to run it. Dropped the ball. Picked up by Stoney Creek.
I think that ball was just stripped out of Adams' hand.
He was carrying it like the proverbial loaf of bread.
Yeah. And Ian Genslinger is the one who recovered the fumble. Let's see it here again. It's loose.
Oh,
yeah.
He
It's
punched it right out.
Number 10. Teledakis
Yeah.
punched it out, and Genslinger picked it up.
So now it's 1st and 10 for Stoney Creek
3 turnovers tonight for the Dragons.
at the Lake Orion 18-yard line. Tight formation, one wide out, double wing. Handoff, breaking it outside and in for the touchdown is Telegatis. He started into the middle of the line, just broke it outside to the right, found an opening and turned on the Jets.
He's a nice runner.
Yeah,
he's
he
got
is.
patience. He's got
Yes.
he's got good vision. He keeps those feet moving. All the things you want in a good back.
Yeah. And I'm very impressed with their quarterback too.
This extra point is big.
Charlie Felton on for the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:41 to go. It is now Stoney Creek 29, Lake Orion 20.
It's Granville and Castech.
Granville and Castech.
28-25 Granville
Really?
in the 4th.
Oh boy. That's what makes this game so fascinating. The old used to say on any given Sunday. Well, now it's on any given Friday night.
Well, the great thing about the way youth, middle school, high school, college, pro football, you can almost say any night of the week there's football on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, action, later on in the season on Tuesdays, and
Yeah.
you've got pro games now on Thursdays and Monday nights, and tonight there's an NFL game Friday night over in Brazil, so it's great.
Yeah, they're down where? Sao Paulo or something like that?
Yep. Chargers and Chiefs. And we're here in Lake Orion.
No place else I'd rather be tonight. High short kick, again dropped on the 35. I don't know if the kickers can't kick deep or don't want to, because we've only seen a couple deep kickoffs all night. Jackson Wilbur did put the opening kickoff for the second half into the end zone.
It is interesting because you're right, because now you're giving Lake Orion a shorter field in which to work with.
Right.
They got one timeout left. They haven't really been moving the ball other than a couple big plays in this game. So anyway, we'll see what happens.
1st and 10 from the 36. Trips to the right. Hawkins is the back alongside Adams. High snap. Anderson looks, throws, caught, no. Intended for number 9, Ben Lako, and he just turned his head before he caught the ball. So 2nd and 10. Dragons stay with trips to the right. Adams looks, throws deep, intercepted. Nolan Welch, and I don't know if that ball sailed on Adams. He didn't have his feet planted when he let it go. And Nolan Welch, playing deep center field, just it was thrown right to him.
Plenty of time. Everyone's dropping back in coverage with a 3-man rush. Steps up, just trying to make something happen. And yeah, it was just overthrown. Ball was intended for Vinning. And overthrown and intercepted by Welch.
So Stoney Creek in a tight formation with 3:25 to go. Handoff off the right side for 1. Telagadas on the carry.
I don't care what team you are, at what level, it's very difficult to win a football game when you lose the turnover margin by 4.
Yeah. Amir Williams checks in along the defensive line. And another 15-yard penalty on the Dragons.
There's been 3 15-yard penalties on the Dragons tonight alone.
Yeah.
They had 2 penalties on them the entire game last week against Northville.
That'll put the ball at the Stoney Creek 48-yard line as we approach 3:10 to go in the game. Cougars up by 9. Handoff, Telagadas. He gets a couple. And right now Stoney Creek is just thinking, get first downs and stay in bounds. And they will try to use all of that play clock that they can.
And you're right, that's what
Yep.
they're just trying to do.
Gergitz.
He didn't try to force it, he just wanted to go down right there, stay in bounds, not get knocked out of bounds. Keep that clock going, knowing that Lake Orion's only got the 1 timeout left. Dragons take their final timeout.
Yep.
With 2:12 to go.
It is 3rd down and 7. The ball is on the 49-yard line. Actually, the nose of the ball is right at midfield.
Why is the clock running?
Because they're going to call timeout right. No. I don't know. The clock is still running.
I don't understand.
They have not stopped the clock. The play clock was at 0.
The head officials over there talking to Coach Powell. Don't quite understand what's going on.
Finally, somebody waves to stop the clock. I'm sure we're going to get time put back on the clock.
Well over 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah. 5 of the 7 officials are in the conference going on at midfield. And Coach Bell is sitting with his arms crossed patiently. Now he's trying.
.25 on the play clock.
25 on the play clock.
So the Dragons did not take their last timeout.
The game clock was reset to was at 1:40. A lot of time ran off the clock.
Why are they even trying to snap the ball if the clock's moving?
Yeah.
I would just sit there.
Snap it at 1.
Yep. I guess that's what they're doing.
Telegatus again. First down. Oh.
That's it.
I thought he would. I don't know what happened on that play. I thought I saw him go down.
Yeah, he went down into Dragons territory for a first down.
Bouligny ended up with the ball. Let's see if we can see what happens. There he goes. No, he got back up.
Yeah, he was.
He broke the. He was in the grasp and on his way down, and I think that's what they're doing. They're resetting the ball. They're saying his knee was down. 40 seconds on the play clock. They're just going to take a knee. We are going to stay right up here for post game. And that is going to do it. The Stoney Creek Cougars come into Dragon Stadium and defeat the Lake Orion Dragons 29-20. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Orion Dragon football on Orion Neighborhood Television and the NFHS streaming service. We'll be right back. Post-game from the booth tonight, the Lake Orion Dragons fall to the Stoney Creek Cougars 29-20. And Chris, shaky start by the Dragons in the first half. They played better in the second half, but Stoney Creek just ground it and ground it and ground it.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it's 29-20 was the final. Yeah, Lake Orion got the ball. Stoney Creek in the second half, first drive scored a touchdown. Dragons come right back, score, answer that. Then the interception. An interception. Stoney Creek turns it into a field goal. Dragons come back and get a touchdown. But again, it's 3 interceptions in the second half. It's the turnover early on, and so four turnovers in all, and some miscues on special teams, and a combination of all that, and that's why you see the score the way it is tonight.
And it's a spate. Would they have 4 15-yard penalties tonight?
3 that I know of.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yes, that stuff is all correctable. And I think it'll start tomorrow. I know Coach Bell will first off address the penalties. That's not Lake Orion football to have that many, if any at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the thing. These things are correctable. I thought Anderson Adams played much better tonight than he did last night. We'll have to wait to see what happens with James Bambard. He went out in the first quarter. To his credit, the other backs, Barrero and Hawkins, picked up the slack. They've got to improve if Bambard can't go
Well, we got to see if Barrero's okay, because he came off after his big run the second time. And so, it's being healthy. It's not beating yourself with penalties. Not turning the ball over 4 times. Through 5 games, they have a -5 turnover ratio. Yeah. And so, you can't play. You can't compete against teams in the OAA white in this case, but in the OAA and the non-conference schedule that you play, and expect it to come out on top, because as you said, it's Rochester next week, then it's West Bloomfield, Oxford, Clarkston, and it go on, Adams, you name it.
They have not seen a Red Division team yet. They will in 2 weeks when West Bloomfield comes in, and the Red Division is where you're going to have your dinner this year. So that's where we are. I'm sure film study is going to be very interesting tomorrow. The Dragons travel to Rochester next week. It's a chance to get healthy. It's a chance to get right. And we'll be back here in 2 weeks when West Bloomfield comes to town. Thank you for watching tonight. For our producer, director, Joey Tysick, our student crews from Lake Orion High School Television Production Workshop, my broadcast partner, Chris Fritching, I'm Doug Corliss. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.